I was looking at your biography, and it was only you were 30 when you decided to run for Tempe City Council. So at that time, you had a wife, you had, I think, some young family, right? What prompted you to say, I want to serve beyond just this teaching career at Tempe High? What prompted that?
Well, there was a fellow teacher. We started teaching the same day. And I always told him, I would like to run for something sometime. I think that's what I would really like to do. So one day he came to me and he says, Harry, there's a city council race coming up, and I think you ought to run. And I said, oh, Chuck, I don't think so. I said, I don't think this is the right time. And he said, if you don't run now, I'll never help you. So,
really?
Yeah. So we got in the car, we went down, and I picked up petitions. And I said, Marianne, I'm going to run for the city council. And she said, well, what's that? And I said, I don't know. I've never been to a council meeting. And but that was really helpful. I had a friend who was supporting me every way, and my wife. I tell you, I couldn't have done it without her. You got to have a partner that feels as passionate, and she enjoyed it. She was a teacher too, and she ended up at Tempe High. We were both teaching there, and she enjoyed all the things everything we did. I have to say, she enjoyed as well.
Wow, that's awesome.
It didn't drag her in anything.
I was going to say that's a bold move as a husband to ask for forgiveness and not permission by just saying, I picked up petitions to do this.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maybe talked about it. I don't know. About running for something.
Yeah. Sure. So were you scared? Like, how did you feel? I mean, I know you got encouragement, but in terms of just there's a fear factor in putting your name on a ballot out there in the world. Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about that and how you got over that fear and how you managed that fear.
Well, I was scared because all the incumbents are running, plus a whole bunch of other people, because there was a lot of issues about zoning. And I always tried to avoid some of the conflicts when I was speaking. But you're right, I was scared. And but also, I thought about this. I think anybody who's successful at all, you got to have some ego. And I think politicians all have some ego. Because you could lose. What if you lose? It's wow.
Right.
That's crushing. Right. I have lots some too, by the way.
I've seen that.
So,
not a lot though. You've won way more than you've lost. But
that's true. That's true. But I have to tell you, you were scared. But more you went along, when I decided to run for mayor after being a councilman, I said, I can do that. I got confidence all the time, every year, every meeting. And I finally got to say, I can do the mayor's job.